On February 28, 2026, the United States and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury, initiating one of the most intense air campaigns in modern military history. The initial assault achieved tactical perfection. In the first 12 hours alone, 900 precision strikes erased Iran's conventional navy and systematically dismantled its standard air defense grids. The operation culminated in a precise decapitation strike, eliminating top Revolutionary Guard commanders and killing Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei himself. By every conventional military metric, the Iranian state should have crumbled. Instead, Tehran absorbed the kinetic blow, maintained operational continuity, and immediately choked off the Strait of Hormuz, throwing global energy and financial markets into a severe crisis. Despite overwhelming conventional firepower, the United States failed to secure a strategic victory. To understand why, we have to look at a warning the Pentagon received 24 years earlier. In the summer of 2002, the U.S. military organized the Millennium Challenge, a massive joint experiment designed to test American naval supremacy against a simulated Middle Eastern adversary. This document details the exercise, pitting the U.S. against a simulated Iran. Commander Paul Van Riper refused conventional rules. Deploying motorcycle couriers and swarming attack boats, his asymmetric tactics quickly overwhelmed the simulation's defenses, sinking 19 U.S. warships by day 2. The Pentagon spent $250 million to mathematically predict its own vulnerability. That vulnerability stems from 3 distinct pillars that make conquering Iran an almost impossible task. The first pillar is geography. The Iranian plateau is a natural fortress, shielded by imposing mountain ranges, the Elbers to the north and the Zagros spanning the west and south. These ranges act as severe logistical barriers.
Historically, this rugged topography quickly bogs down invading armored divisions, making a conventional U.S. ground invasion operationally unfeasible. This satellite imagery reveals how Iran weaponizes geology. Critical infrastructure, like nuclear enrichment sites, are buried deep beneath solid mountain rock, out of reach for standard airstrikes. To threaten these underground complexes, the U.S. must deploy highly specialized munitions, specifically the GBU-57 bunker buster. Delivering those massive gravity bombs requires highly complex, long-range stealth missions using B-2 bombers. These missions must originate from the continental United States and require multiple vulnerable aerial refuelings along the way. Physical terrain grants the Iranian state a level of strategic depth that severely limits the effectiveness of any purely physical destruction campaign. The second pillar was born from direct observation. When U.S. forces invaded Iraq in 2003, they severed communications between Baghdad and the front lines. Without top-down orders, Saddam Hussein's highly centralized military collapsed in less than a month. To prevent this, Iranian planners developed the mosaic defense, fracturing their command into 31 autonomous provincial nodes. If Tehran's central command is destroyed, these commanders possess pre-delegated authority. They don't need permission to independently launch ballistic missiles, deploy naval mines, or coordinate drone swarms. This system relies heavily on local, irregular paramilitaries like the Basij, rather than a traditional standing army. They are deeply embedded in urban centers and mountainous terrain, operating with their own localized logistics and supplies. Striking the head off this military does not kill the body. A successful decapitation strike against the mosaic defense simply unleashes a wave of independent, erratic retaliation. The third pillar exists entirely outside of Iran's borders. The regime's resilience is actively subsidized by its role as a proxy shield for Russian and Chinese interests. Moscow supplies heavy military hardware, including Su-35 fighter jets equipped with electronic warfare pods, designed specifically to detect and disrupt American stealth aircraft. Russian intelligence also provides Tehran with real-time targeting data from their satellites, allowing Iranian missile batteries to constantly track the exact minute-by-minute movements of U.S. carrier strike groups in the Persian Gulf. Meanwhile, Beijing integrates Iran's military into the jam-resistant Beidou navigation system, ensuring their missiles maintain precision guidance. China also disregards Western sanctions, purchasing billions of dollars in Iranian oil to provide the regime with constant fiscal liquidity. With these two geopolitical anchors firmly in place, the
The United States cannot economically isolate or completely technologically overwhelm the Iranian state, which brings us back to the outcome of the 2026 war. The United States achieved its tactical objectives, dismantling conventional targets and eliminating key leadership. Yet the campaign immediately became a massive strategic liability. Iran's strategy was never to win a direct firefight against American forces. Their goal was to absorb the kinetic punishment, while successfully destabilizing global energy markets and fracturing American alliances in the region. Modern warfare has shifted the center of gravity to the home front. Success is now measured by the ability to inflict sustained, systemic economic disruption on an adversary's home front. By weaving rugged geography, decentralized command, and great power backing into a single defensive doctrine, Iran built a state designed to survive a superpower assault.
In the 21st century, asymmetric resilience defeats conventional overmatch.